Housing starts are up again. For the past several years, the rate has been increasing across the U.S. and Canada, and new construction technologies are emerging, providing improved materials and methods for home builders and their contractors. New piping materials for plumbing and mechanical contractors have enabled them to keep pace with the other trades. Imagine that you no longer have to cut and thread pipe. Imagine that you no longer have to use special tools to do the job. The time has come for a remarkable new product to replace both traditional black iron pipe and older versions of flexible stainless steel pipe. The time has come for the new generation of flexible pipe. The time is now. The product is TracPipe by OmegaFlex. The following program is produced for you to meet the training requirements of the American Gas Association. More importantly, it is designed to cover in short order the unbelievable ease and speed of installation of this quality product. This video will provide you with the basics of training. It must be used in conjunction with the TracPipe Training and Installation Guide, which is included in the training kit. This is yours for reference. And of course, your local gas utility can offer further assistance about gas piping systems and code approvals. Let's begin. For a TracPipe installation, the components are available from your local plumbing supply house, mechanical wholesaler, or propane equipment distributor. These are straight fittings. All fittings terminate in male pipe threads for easy attachment to appliances, valves, and malleable iron pipe fittings. Termination fittings. These are flange mounted to provide a secure attachment to floors and interior or exterior walls. We will see how flange fittings can be used to meet code requirements for hookups to movable appliances. Manifolds, as seen here, are used for multiple appliance hookups for parallel systems. Striker plates protect TracPipe from puncture in areas where it must pass through structural components, such as a stud or joist. Where gas supply pressure exceeds 1/2 pounds per square inch, regulators such as the Maxitrol 325 series must be used. These must be installed with the tower pointing up for the included vent limiter to function. Ball valves, used in elevated pressure applications from 2 to 5 psi. Regular shutoff valves are rated to 1/2 psi. Running TracPipe. TracPipe flexible gas piping can be routed wherever black iron pipe is installed and more. Inside wall cavities, through floor joists, over attic rafters, and TracPipe is tested and listed by the AGA for concealed fitting use. As long as TracPipe is properly supported and protected where necessary, it can go almost anywhere you want it to go, even outdoors. For underground use, TracPipe must be sleeved. TracPipe is available in 250-foot lengths on a 38-pound reel. Obviously, this is much lighter than black iron pipe, reducing the physical strain of lifting and manipulating it. TracPipe also lessens the potential for cuts and workman's comp claims. TracPipe's light weight and flexibility leads to greater ease when running pipe overhead. One installer alone can quickly pipe an entire building and provide an opportunity to increase the number and placement of gas outlets offered to new home buyers, a value-added benefit of TracPipe for gas utilities and home builders. And where black iron pipe has been either difficult or impossible to maneuver, such as second-floor laundries, gas fireplaces, island ranges, and over cathedral ceilings, TracPipe makes installation possible and easy. Flexible piping installation options. There are 3 basic configurations. They are series layout. This is the most common method of low-pressure gas piping installation in the United States and Canada. Pressures of 6 to 7 inches water column are standard. The parallel layout is often used for medium pressure applications, from 12 to 14 inches water column. It is most beneficial if appliances are located near a suitable manifold location. For this pressure, a regulator is not required. The dual pressure layout is used for elevated pressure, which is 2 psi in residential systems. The regulator and the manifold are placed ideally close to the appliances with the greatest load, for instance, a water heater, furnace, or boiler. A regulator station is required for elevated pressure systems when pressure exceeds 1/2 psi or 14 inches water column. The manifold allows home runs to 4 or 5 appliances, typical for an average-sized home. Cutting TracPipe and attaching an auto flare fitting is simple and easy. In addition, there is less risk of injury, and the process is quick. At the heart of the process is the unique auto flare fitting. This self-flaring fitting revolutionizes flexible gas piping installations. The special insert enters the bore of the tubing to give you a safe metal-to-metal gas-tight connection, even if the tubing is out of round. And no special tools are required, no special cutter, making the TracPipe installation process even easier. That's right, no flaring tools. Now, let's review the simple four-step procedure. Using a standard tubing cutter with a sharp blade, cut between two corrugations right through the jacket. Now, cut the polyethylene jacket about an inch back to allow for the assembly of fittings. Remove the jacket to expose the corrugated 300 series stainless steel. Note that TracPipe is harder than other flexible gas piping, making for cleaner cuts and greater kink and dent resistance. Now, place the split rings, which are lubricated to provide adhesion, into the valley of the first corrugation after sliding the brass nut over the pipe. Finally, place the insert into the nut and engage the threads. Give a final tightening of the nut and body, and you now have a leak-tight seal. It is obvious why AutoFlare can give you the competitive edge in flexible gas piping installations. Making appliance connections with TracPipe is fast and easy, designed to get you in and out of a job more efficiently and profitably. Direct connections can be made to fixed appliances as long as the appliance is located in a mechanical room, basement, or garage. A flange mount is required for movable appliances such as dryers and ranges. A connection to a water heater in a basement can be run directly to an appliance shutoff valve. Same with a furnace attachment or a fireplace. Even in a commercial installation like a unit heater shown here, TracPipe is run directly to the appliance. Versatility is one of TracPipe's greatest attributes. A termination mount is used for movable appliances connections, such as dryers. As you can see in this installation for a dryer, the flange is mounted on the floor behind the appliance. It could also be mounted to the wall. The final hookup is with an approved appliance connector. A Sturgis Quick Connect, shown here, is used for any gas connection that is disconnected seasonally. It's goodbye to the refillable tank when the grill is connected to the house gas system, and it's easily accomplished with TracPipe. Protection is required for all flexible gas piping whenever the tubing is restrained and concealed, and less than 3 inches from the potential threat. Now, let's review protection devices. Incidentally, our striker plates are hardened to resist even puncture threats, such as pneumatic nail guns and hardened sheetrock screws. A half or full striker is used for threats within 2 inches and a quarter striker for threats 2 to 3 inches away. Use floppy conduit in those areas where striker plates cannot be installed. Before closing walls, it's important to inspect the work completed and also pressure test in accordance with the local code. TracPipe can be pressurized to 100 PSI in order to meet local regulations or to find small leaks, perhaps in the malleable fittings used for appliance connections. Prior to pressure testing, plug or cap all fittings. Remove the pounds to inches regulator if the pressure is above 10 PSI. Corrugated stainless steel tubing is recognized as an acceptable fuel gas piping material by most of the United States regional model code bodies. As you know, local codes take precedence in the event of a question. And if there is no code, installation must be in accordance with the most current edition of the National Fuel Gas Code. Sizing TracPipe will be easy for you to understand because it's the same principle you've used to size black iron pipe and copper tubing, the longest run method. But there is one very important difference. You will refer to sizing charts exclusive to TracPipe. With TracPipe, you will have the highest capacity of any available competitive flexible gas piping. The reason? Because TracPipe was designed with an inner diameter consistent with black iron pipe. Now review the necessary steps to size with TracPipe. Determine the pressure at the meter or second stage regulator. Add up the length of run for each piping section, then total the load in BTUs for that section. And remember, refer to your printed installation and training materials to study more closely this section. Let's look at a series layout sizing example with 3 appliances. Determine the longest run from the meter that includes section A and the total gas load it must deliver. In this case, A plus C plus E is 30 feet. The total load is 120. From the TracPipe capacity chart, we find that the correct size for A is 3/4 inch. To finish, we size each additional section the same way. Sizing two PSI systems is easily achieved by following these two steps. First, size the trunk line using its length and total load. Then, size each appliance run individually. TracPipe flexible gas piping. This is the next generation of flexible gas pipe technology, and it's available right now, but only to installers who are trained and qualified. TracPipe offers the finest, most comprehensive training available by any manufacturer and is fully committed to your success. Our cross-training option is available to installers who are already certified by another manufacturer. We will instruct you in the assembly of auto flare fittings, review the important points for flexible gas piping installations, and give you a training test. Upon successful completion, a certification card will be issued, and you are on your way to increased productivity, opportunity, and profits. TracPipe, the effective alternative to black iron pipe and the best solution when choosing flexible gas pipe. And flexible gas piping systems have been safely installed on hundreds of thousands of new homes for over 10 years in the U.S. This TracPipe training presentation